sun is just starting to climb up over the treetops. And it's gonna be a beautiful day, that's plain to see.
Welcome to Bill Dance Outdoors, America's most popular and longest-running TV fishing show.
Now I've gone fishing with Bill Dance today.
When it comes to catfishing, there's no finer place on earth than the Middle Mississippi River that runs right through Bill's hometown of Memphis, Tennessee. Serious catfish anglers here must quickly learn seasonal fish location and how the fish respond to changing water conditions. This is truly big cat country. So how-to boat control skills like drifting and anchoring are also important to their catfishing wisdom. But perhaps right at the top of this list is the angler's ability to read the water. With that in mind, today Bill has asked Mark McCune, Regional Sales Manager and expert on Garmin sonar units, to join him for a day of chasing cats on the mighty Mississippi. Mark and Bill have enjoyed a long-time relationship that goes back at least 30 years. And because our host knows that Mark really knows his stuff about sonar units, he'll be able to get answers to some of his and viewer questions about their use and also have it spiced with some excellent demonstrations.
Mark, I'm gonna play like I'm just a normal consumer at a boat show, a sports show, or maybe even at a Bass Pro Shop Spring Classic. And I'm gonna ask you to join me on a fishing trip to a place that you've asked me to take you many, many times. And that's to the Mississippi River near my home, Memphis, Tennessee. Catfishing, and that's something that you wanted to do. And I'm gonna ask you many, many questions about Garmin equipment. And I've heard many people ask you that, these popular questions about these units. So with that said, how does that sound?
Sounds good.
You know, I've worked boat shows with you where you
Many times.
Yeah, many times, where you were there demonstrating these units. And of all the questions that are asked you about the units, you know, there's jillions of them, right?
Oh yeah, never ends.
It never ends. These popular questions that are asked. And I know many of these questions, you know, but I'd like to pick your brain and ask you some of them that these consumers ask you. And when we get out on the river, I'd like to, you know, ask you some of them.
Sure, sounds good, Bill. I get these questions asked over and over, year after year after year.
We've got a crazy weather system moving in on us. We've got a little sunshine right now. We'll get out there, but we've got a cloud bank moving in, as you can see back here. We've got a lot of wind predicted today. We've got a little rain forecast, but this is a system that's supposed to move through real quick, and then we've got sunshine behind it. So we'll get out there and we'll give it a shot and see what we do.
Sounds good. Let's go get them.
Let's give it a shot.
Looking forward to it. Oh yeah.
Feel pretty good?
Oh yeah. Wow. Holy mackerel.
Come on with him. I'll come back here and help you.
Okay, it feels like a good one. Woohoo, baby. Yes, sir.
Just take your time with him. All right, I'll come on back here and help you. Oh yeah, he's a good one.
Oh my gosh.
I don't have a net. I'm gonna have to get him with the boga grips. Bring him on up
Man.
here.
Holy moly.
Get those bogas in his mouth. He's caught. All right, I'm gonna pull him up.
Oh my gosh.
You ready?
Whew, what's he weigh at?
38.
Wow. Man, that is a beaut.
Yep.
Wow.
All right. I'm gonna turn him loose.
Unbelievable.
He did good.
That was cool. That's a big fish, man. Holy cow.
Bill Dance Outdoors is sponsored in part by Rebel, catch fish anywhere. Bass Pro Shops, Your adventure starts here. And Mercury Marine, #1 on the water. Today's Conditions Log is brought to you by the Emerald Coast Convention and Visitors Bureau. Find out more about the heart of Florida's Emerald Coast at emeraldcoasting.com.
Is this the first time you ever fished in Mississippi?
Yes, it is. First time ever. First time I ever fished for blue catfish.
Well, it's an experience, regardless what size you catch. I mean,
That's good. You and I have known each other for over 30 years. It's the first time we've ever had the opportunity to go fishing together. Oh, baby. They pull hard, don't they?
yeah, they pull hard.
Except the one I caught could ate that one.
Well, now you're bragging, aren't you?
Oh, yeah. When I get a chance, have to. Now, you think yours is going to be bigger than mine?
Oh, no.
Huh?
No. He's small.
That fish was in 78 feet of water.
Yeah, we dropped off in a hole.
Yep. Not all that bad, though.
You got those bogo grips?
Yep. There you go.
Not a big one,
No. Still a fish.
but he's a fish.
Yes, sir.
They're just fat fish.
Good grief. Wow.
That fat.
They do some serious eating, that's for sure.
See, buddy? We come back out of the hole.
Yep. It's picking up some transducer crosstalk right here from the unit running up front.
Those long streaks.
Yes. When you have two units running on the same frequency, when the cone angles collide with each other, you'll start picking up interference.
Those streaks. That's what does that.
See how they're evenly spaced. That's every time that unit's firing, this is picking up some of that. There's a fish right there, right off the bottom.
You know, I've heard pros and cons, fishermen say this everywhere I go, that the signal on these units scare fish. That the signal travel is at 4,800 feet per second. And that signal, you turn the units off, it's going to scare fish. What's your opinion on that?
Bill, I've had that question asked so many times over the years, and I honestly don't believe it has any effect on the fish at all. When you think about all the other noises out there, your trolling motor makes an awful lot of noise. And a good example I can say about that too, when we're ice fishing, we drill 2 holes in the ice, one to use for jigging and one to put our transducer in. That transducer's sitting there perfectly still. So you're watching the screen, you don't see any fish, you're jigging, don't catch anything, then you see some fish move onto the screen, you start catching them. So if that was going to scare the fish, you wouldn't be catching any.
Well, you know, we've gotten directly over schools of fish. I mean, directly over the top of them and catch them, just vertically fishing straight onto the boat.
Straight up and down.
I mean,
I do that now, drop shot fishing. We're watching the bait
Absolutely.
going down, and you see the fish coming up. So I really don't think it scares them at all.
I've done it as shallow as 10 feet.
Exactly. Yep, that's just a myth.
Let me ask you a question. You know, I see this advertised in many magazines, and I realize on Garmin's units, they have the clearest picture of any unit I've ever used. So my question is, what is chirp? And does it play a role in getting better resolution?
Bill, chirp is the latest buzzword in marine electronics. Chirp stands for compressed high-intensity radiated pulse. What chirp does, instead of having a single frequency like 192 kilohertz or 200 kilohertz or 77, chirp transmits through a whole range of frequencies like brrr, brrr. So what that gives the fisherman is higher resolution, better definition, and less interference. But one thing I want consumers to be very, very aware of, there's manufacturers out there right now that are advertising chirp units, which are really not chirp. You have to have a true chirp transducer in order to get chirp on any sonar unit.
That's why you've got such a clear picture with Garmin.
With the chirp, plus the fact that Garmin does some enhancements to their displays to eliminate glare, to make them better viewable in bright sunlight. So this is another reason our screens are so perfectly clear.
Today's show is sponsored in part by Quantum Rods and Reels, fishing at a quantum level. Mystic Lubricants, lubrication domination. And Tracker Boats, fish the finest. Today's equipment log is brought to you by Motor Guide. Precise control, quiet operation, and unmatched reliability. Motor Guide trolling motors are engineered for anglers. Today's show is sponsored in part by Gamakatsu, world's finest hooks. Grand Slam Mono and Braid, big fish tough for when the money's on the line. And by Garmin, fight your fish, not your fish finder.
Oh yeah, this is a
Feel
better
like a
one.
better one?
Oh man, yep, it's strong. Oh yeah, holy cow.
I
Look
told
at
you I thought he was bigger than what you thought.
that. Man, when I first started, it didn't feel like much.
See, he's going down on you now. He's bigger than you think he is.
He all of a sudden decided he was going to get big and he was going down. Mercy.
Well, I'll come back here and help you. Oh yeah, oh yeah.
Oh,
Oh yeah, look at that one.
whoa. Whoa, not as big as that one this morning, but it's a good one.
Oh yeah, look at that pretty blue. Woo. That is a pretty one.
Whoa, look at how fat that thing is.
Look at that.
Man, oh man, oh man.
That is a good one.
What's that one weigh?
22.
22, yep. Man, oh man.
22. All right. That's a pretty fish.
Yes, it is. Wow.
Little pet. All right. You ready to say bye-bye?
Bye-bye.
I don't know why those grips won't turn it loose.
There he goes.
Way to go, buddy.
Man,
He
that
weighs
is
between
something.
22 and 24. Boga grips are bouncing.
Yep,
That was a nice fish.
that's a nice one.
You know, Mark, I run that little 301 DV. It's got down view and traditional sonar. And then, of course, on the several of my boats, I run that Echo 551.
Mm-hmm.
And then on my Mako and on my bigger boat, my Nitro, my bass boat, I run the 840. And I know the answer to this before I even ask you, but I know that you're asked this question a lot. I wear polarized sunglasses, and most fishermen do. But the question comes up, can you see these screens with polarized glasses? How many times are you asked that question?
I'm asked that question all the time because it's extremely annoying for a fisherman out there on a sunny day with polarized glasses and you can't see your depth finder. You're constantly lifting your glasses, and that is a great advantage that Garmin has. You can see our screens with polarized glasses as well as you can without them. There's no distortion whatsoever.
Why is that?
Because Garmin goes to that extra length to make sure that there is no distortion problems from polarized glasses, because they know how important it is for the fisherman in the sun to be wearing polarized glasses. And that 301 is a great little unit. For the money, that you can't beat that. It's got the clearest screen that I've ever seen for that kind of money.
Okay, let me ask you a question. Why would you use traditional sonar versus down view?
There's some great advantages now that we have down view technology. Your traditional sonar is going to show you your fish better, and your down view is going to show you your structure better with that picture quality image of the bottom. So you get the best of both worlds. And on our 840 and 1040 series, you can split the screen and look at both at the same time.
So you'll definitely see fish, and those arches and everything off the drop-off or around the cover so much better with traditional sonar.
Exactly. It's going to show you that structure with picture quality image of the bottom. It's like pulling the water out of the lake and taking a picture of what's down there.
Okay, while you're standing back by the unit, punch in a split screen of down view and side view together.
Down view and side view at the same time?
Combination,
No
split
problem.
screen. Will down view and side view work at high speeds?
You can run at a pretty good speed, not full speed, but you can run at a pretty good speed and still get good readings with your side and down view. A lot of it has to do though with the proper transducer installation.
And you set it out at about 150 foot?
On my side view when I'm bass fishing, because we're looking for structure out as far away from the boat as we can find it, and then we can save waypoints on that. And
See, like on the river, I usually set it at about 50 feet.
Because the way you're fishing here, just drifting and bouncing, You're not, unless you're going to want to move out of way, but you're not
Yeah.
going to want to do that.
See that tree? Look how defined that tree is right there. See the limbs going out on it?
Today's dancing lesson is sponsored by Bill Dance on Facebook. Like us on Facebook and join in the Bill Dance Facebook fun. Bill posts all the time, and you'll get more great fishing tips there too.
One of the highlights of my life has always been helping folks learn how to catch fish. And from looking at all the pictures, it looks like the action has been simply great. Fishermen everywhere are showing off their catch to owners of the Bill Dance app. What? You don't have a copy? Well, we can fix that. Simply download our free app on the iPhone, iPad, or Android mobile device and begin showing off your catch to anglers around the world. The fishing tips are free, and so is the app.
Today's show is sponsored in part by Orca Coolers, the all-American everywhere product, and Motor Guide, trolling motors engineered for anglers. Closed captioning provided by Power Pole, the original shallow water anchor.
Bill, you using a 100 series reel?
Yeah, this is a 100 series.
With what pound test line on that one?
Now there's 30 on this one because that's an air spool.
Okay,
It'll hold quite a bit of line
good.
in the 30 pound.
What's that yellow thing hanging out from under your shirt?
That,
Yeah.
that's my life preserver.
Oh my, okay.
See,
Yep.
try to keep that flap under my shirt.
Mine's red.
Yeah, they make them different colors, blue, red. Depends on the particular one you got on. You ever had one of them grab on something and it blows up? Huh? Boy, I've had.
I bet that gets your attention in a hurry. When you anchor, do you use the same equipment?
No, I use something much heavier, like those PI reels, those performance tune reels. These little 100 and 200 series EXO reels, this is what you'd bass fish with.
Right.
But they're light enough that you could drift fish. Some of the biggest catfish I've caught on these little 100 series reels. I've got them spooled up with like 30 to 50 pound braid. Particular line I'm using is Grand Slam, high seas Grand Slam braid, and this happens to be 30 pound. The biggest fish I've caught in this river has been on 30 pound braid. Let me ask you a question. Has Garmin refined their units to where they're a lot easier for the average angler to use?
Absolutely, Bill. One thing at Garmin, they make products that are the easiest to operate that I've ever seen. Every single product that they build is made to be used by anybody without even needing an owner's manual. They really tout the power of simple.
So a lot easier, right?
No question. Very, very simple.
Coming up the river. Yep.
That looks like a pretty good one.
Coming around over here now.
Wow. Holy cow. Boy, that old boy on that barge is sure rooting for you.
Yeah, it's a good one. There he comes
Here
up.
he comes.
Not as big as I
Oh,
thought
yeah,
he
he's
was.
pretty good. Not as big as mine.
Oh, shut up. He's barely hooked.
You got him. You got him.
Woo. Woo. He's a good one.
Sure as heck is.
I love doing this. You know what's
I
fun
see
about
that.
it? Because you never know how big
How
they're going
big,
to be.
right.
I love those octopus hooks.
Sure that.
You're fishing the biggest river in the United States, and it
Right.
supports, it supports monster fish. I got that. There it is.
Bill, what's the scale say on that one?
24.
Good one. Wow. That's a good one.
Our special thanks to Mark McCune of Garmin Marine for sharing such interesting and useful information about how well sonar units can improve every fisherman's score. How did we ever get by without them? Hopefully we can get Mark to come back again sometime in the near future. Meanwhile, Thanks to you for tuning in, and we invite everyone to join us right here again next week for our next episode of Bill Dance Outdoors.
Now I've gone fishing with Bill Dance today.
If you're looking for the latest fishing information and tips, be sure to check out the new Bill Dance iPhone and iPad app. Free in the App Store. Today's product tip is brought to you by Garmin's new Echo Map series of chart plotter sonar combos. These awesome push-button units provide the clearest scanning sonar images on the water.
Quantum's new 8.1-to-1 gear ratio Speed Freak bait cast reel pulls in 35 inches of line per revolution. And its new slimline cast control with 13 settings provides an even wider drag range. So, when you need to cover lots of water quickly, the new Quantum Speed Freak reel is the way to go. It's lightweight, durable, and smoking fast.
'Cause on a day like today, there's one place I gotta be. Gone fishing.
Thanks for watching Bill Dance Outdoors. Please join us again next week for more great fun fishing.
Now I've gone fishing with